What's good, y'all? It's your boy Dami. I'm back again with another video. I'm finna react to this interview between Andrew Tate and Piers Morgan. Apparently they had a sit down. I don't know how long ago, but there was a clip that just released of it, so I just wanted to react to it real quick. Give me 1 second. Hold on. All right, let's go.
Andrew Tate's the most famous man you've probably never heard of, but the chances are your children will have. Videos of Tate have been viewed billions of times online. He's built an enormous following of mostly young men, and his often scandalous views about women that have made him notorious across the world. Views like this.
So I think my sister is her husband's property, yes. When a bride is walking down the aisle to marry the groom, the father walks next to her and gives her away. True or false?
Tate's opinions on mental illness are equally controversial.
See, I don't like fully believe in that, but I get what he was trying to say. He just said it so horribly that it sounded like you're saying women are men's property. Yeah, you can't be saying shit like that, my guy. Like, nah.
I don't believe in depression. Don't message me about depression because I don't believe in it.
Yes.
If you're asleep in your bed in the middle of the night and you hear a noise and you believe in ghosts, now you're afraid. But if you don't believe in ghosts, it's the wind and you go back to sleep. You give the ghosts power by believing in them.
Well, there's some...
That's a fact. Like, no one can tell me different at all. That I completely believe that 100%. That is so true. Like, that is the Andrew Tate that I fuck with. Like, that right there, bro. Depression is not fucking real. You have that feeling because there's a part in your life that needs fixing. Fix that part of your life, you won't be depressed. Like, period. You don't need no type of fucking drugs or nothing. But let me keep going.
Every major social media platform banned Tate amid a global backlash and concerns about his influence on the young people who watch him. But copies of his videos are still shared millions of times every day. This show is called Uncensored. One of the challenges views directly, so he flew from Romania to sit here in this studio, and the full explosive interview airs later this week. Here's a bit of what's to come. Do you respect women?
Absolutely. Why wouldn't I?
Do you think that 18, 19-year-old women are more attractive than 25-year-old women?
I think there's attractive people. That's a loaded question. I don't know.
Well, it's not really, is it?
I can't.
You know why I'm asking it?
Of course I do, but I can't sit here and
say... For
the
benefit of viewers who don't know why I'm asking, you said this. In general, this is also one of the reasons men find youth attractive. You want to blow up the internet? I'll blow up the internet right effing now. The reason 18 and 19-year-olds are more attractive than 25-year-olds is because they've been through less dick. People say, oh, you can't say that, but yes, I can. A 19-year-old is more attractive than a 26-year-old woman, and I'll tell you why. Because that 26-year-old has talked to more guys, been to the club more times, been effed and dumped more times, more arguments, more mess, more for me to clean up. That is misogyny.
Okay, see, I'm gonna have to stop him right there. Don't you hate when grown-ass men try and act like shit that we know we know that this is true? Men like younger women. Like, why is he trying to act stupid for the camera? Like, I hate when people do that. Like, nigga, you know this is facts. You know that's true. Men like younger women. Like, is that like a fucking crazy fact? No. Everyone knows this. Men like younger women. Whoa. Like, no, it's not a fucking story. Everyone knows that shit. Like, everyone knows that shit.
Why?
Because you are encouraging a mindset about 25-year-old women that makes them sound out to be infinitely less desirable than 18, 19-year-olds, and having effectively been having too much sex to be taken in a more respectful way.
Well, firstly, even if that was the case, that wouldn't be misogyny.
But what did you mean by what you said?
That's not misogyny because it's not anti-women. I'm saying that an 18 or a 19-year-old woman would be more desirable.
Pretty anti-25-year-old woman.
Anti-25-year-old women we can argue, but not misogyny.
Well, that's misogyny then, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Well, being anti any woman at all is misogyny.
Not when I'm saying that women are beautiful and attractive at a certain age and saying the age.
You're saying 18, 19-year-olds are more attractive than 25.
Well, than ageist perhaps, but misogynistic absolutely
is that
not.
But you just accepted it was misogyny.
No, I didn't. You said it was misogyny. I'm telling you, no, it's not.
But if a 26-year-old woman is watching this and has heard those comments,
yeah,
would you just say to her, look, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that?
No, I won't. I will say that I am sorry that that offends you. However, there's a large contingent of the world.
That doesn't mean you're sorry.
No, I'm not sorry. That's the point I'm making. I'm sorry if that offends you. However, there's a large contingent of the world that believe that, and I was mediating for a conversation.
Parts of the world that believe that about 26-year-old women.
Bro, you see what Piers Morgan's trying to do? He's trying to like trip his words and try and make him sound like he's demonic and such an evil person, bro. All men know that younger women are more attractive than older women. Why is that such a fucking crazy story? He's trying to spin it like he's an evil, misogynistic fucking villain. Like, come on, Piers. Like, you know this is facts, bro. You know it's facts. Oh, men like younger women. It is what it is, bro. You can try and demonize it all you want. It has literally been the same shit since the beginning of time, and it's the same shit in 2022. It's going to be the same shit in 2023. That's just me.
Parts of the world where women are not allowed out on their own.
That's a conversation.
They have to wear full burqas.
Well, that's a conversation.
They're not allowed to drive cars.
See, now he's not letting them
Is
finish.
that the kind of world for a woman that you?
I was mediating a conversation.
No, I'm asking you what you think.
I don't live in a country where that happens.
You're using that as the excuse for why you're not sorry for saying it.
It's not an
Is that
excuse.
there are parts of the world where
Can you
this is
let him
fine?
finish?
So my question to you is, well, do you think it's fine?
I don't think it's fine. I live in a world where
You don't think it's fine?
the reason
This
I
isn't that hard, Andrew. You can simply say, Piers, you know what? With the benefit of hindsight, I wish I hadn't said it like that. And if a 26-year-old woman's watching, I'm sorry I said that, because that actually is blatantly misogynist. And even though that's a view held by other parts of the world, it's not a view I share. Now, I would respect you more if you said that than if you try and say, well, it's said in other parts of the world, so I'm not sorry.
I think
that doesn't tell me what you think.
Then you need to understand why my content existed in the first place. My content existed because I tried my very hardest to be an absolute and utter realist, especially with uncomfortable truths. I was pointing out that very uncomfortable.
Is that a truth? Then?
It's an uncomfortable truth in many parts of the world. It's not a...
He's saying many parts of the world. Nigga, the whole fucking world. Everyone knows this shit. Younger women are more attractive than older women. Obviously, there's exceptions. But if we take 100 women that are old and 100 women that are young, and there's some dudes, they're going to go for the younger women. Like, we all know this. Like, why is that such a fucking crazy thing? Like, whatever, man. Whatever.
Truth that I'm happy about.
An inquest this week found that a 14-year-old girl, Molly Russell, died from an act of self-harm.
Oh, no. He's not really trying to blame Tate for this.
Effects of online content. The coroner said she was exposed to
He's
material
really trying to blame
that may have
Tate for
influenced her
this.
in a negative way, and in addition, what started as depression and become a much more serious depressive illness, and she very sadly took her life.
Bro,
That's
no,
absolutely
it's sad she took her
Her
life.
father,
That's terrible.
Her father's campaign for better protections against potentially dangerous social media algorithms, right? It says that the particularly graphic content she saw romanticized acts of self-harm, normalized her condition, and focused on a limited and irrational view without any counterbalance of normality.
Bro, Tate knows exactly what he's trying to do. He's trying to blame him for somebody else killing himself. What about the parent? Do the parents never get any blame? Never? What about the actual person that killed themselves? Like, what were they going through? Maybe everything they were going through, it was just too much for them. It's sad, but how is that Tate's fault? Whatever, man. Crazy.
First of all, what is your response to that? Nothing to do with you.
That's
That's
the first thing. Yeah, it is nothing to do with me.
Yeah, the fuck?
The fact that a 14-year-old girl took her life is truly sad. The world we live in today is...
No, that's sad, though.
The
It's
fact
sad.
that something like that happened is almost mind-blowing to me. That's truly sad. I actually feel sad inside to see something like that.
What has come clear to me in the interview is that a lot of things you say you wouldn't say now that you've said before.
Well, so I'd say it differently, perhaps.
Yeah, right. So to me, that's an acceptance. Not just that you want to get back on platforms, because maybe that was
Bro,
one of the
fuck
reasons
these
you want no
platforms,
platform,
bro.
but that you've recognized and understood the potential harm to the wrong kind of impressionable mind by some of the things you've said. Would that be fair?
I think that's 80% fair. I recognize and understand that with massive fame, you have to be more careful about being misconstrued. Like I said earlier, 1% of people misunderstanding you doesn't matter with a small audience. It matters with a very large audience. With power comes responsibility. I still believe the things I say. I do not want to be a negative force for the world. I also understand that I am a man who's lived a very difficult, nuanced life, and I am capable of making nuanced points that may be misunderstood by teenagers. However, that can be said about anybody and everything. Every opinion online can be misunderstood by children.
What the hell?
Trying to protect children from the internet is a very interesting subject in and of itself, because I would argue that 80% of the content on the internet can be negative or detrimental to a young.
Facts. Literally. Like, you trying to blame Tate for all this shit, but bro, just scroll through YouTube, bro. Like, you will see some wild shit. So you got YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, I'm forgetting something, Twitter, fucking, what else is there, man? Like, there's so much fucking websites, apps where you can really find some crazy shit, bro. Like, the internet is fucking crazy. Why are you trying to blame Tate for anything wrong with the youth or the world? Like, what the fuck are we doing, bro? Like, no one wants to take no fucking responsibility for this shit. Where are the parents, bro? Like, why is Andrew Tate the person that's the villain? What's up with the parents? Like, are they not watching their children correctly? Like, man, no one wants to take no fucking responsibility for shit. Like, crazy.
Young mind that doesn't understand the world.
Oh, that's it? Bro, like, see, I definitely don't want to miss this fucking interview, man. I'm going to definitely watch the whole shit. But it's just crazy how they're really trying to blame Tate for everything wrong with the world. He was really trying to blame Tate for a girl killing herself. How is that his fault? Like, what? No, it's sad that she died, but how in the hell is that Tate's fault? Like, there's no way you can blame Tate for that. But that's all I got, man. I hope y'all were entertained by that. That was interesting to me. Like, there was a lot of different things that could be taken away from that. But I feel like Andrew handled himself pretty well. And, you know, we'll see how he does for the whole interview once it comes out. So that's pretty much all I got. Follow me on, what is it, Instagram, Dami Activated. I'm out.